The Undertaker's definitive 10 best WWE matches, ranked. The Undertaker is one of the best WWE wrestlers of all time. He competed in great matches against some of the biggest names in wrestling for 30 years. The Undertaker is one of the biggest legends in WWE history. From the moment he first made his iconic debut at Survivor Series 1990, fans knew the Deadman would make an impact on the wrestling business. There had never been someone quite like Undertaker, and there probably never will. Throughout his historic 30-year career in WWE, The Undertaker went one-on-one with pretty much every top name that worked for the company during that time. Undertaker had some of the best matches in WrestleMania history, but he also had some classics on other shows. These are Undertaker's 10 best WWE matches, ranked. Undertaker became a part-time wrestler in the early 2010s, but that didn't stop the Deadman from having some fantastic matches in the beginning of the decade. In 2013, Undertaker defended his WrestleMania streak against the man who'd recently been WWE Champion for 434 days, CM Punk. Both men made spectacular entrances that night, and absolutely stole the show once the bell rang. Some of the highlights included Punk hitting a flying elbow drop on the announce table, Taker sitting up while Punk had the Anaconda Vice locked in, and Punk hitting the GTS only for Undertaker to bounce off the ropes and hit a shocking tombstone. It was a phenomenal match that saw Undertaker pick up the final win in the history of his streak. One of Undertaker's best rivals was, unquestionably, Mick Foley. The latter went after the Deadman as soon as he made his WWE debut in early 1996, leading to several matches that year. While those were great bouts, they didn't come close to the one they have 2 years later. Taker and Foley met in only the second Hell in a Cell match on a WWE PV at King of the Ring 1998. While the match was far from being technically flawless, that's not what this one was about. The bumps Foley took were absolutely insane, particularly when he got tossed off the cell all the way to the announce table below. Mick nearly died when he got chokeslammed through the roof all the way to the ring, a spot that wasn't supposed to happen. Thumbtacks came into play as well in this barbaric match won by Undertaker. Edge and Undertaker began their rivalry way back in May 2007, when Edge cashed in Money in the Bank on the Phenom right after he defended his world title against Batista inside a steel cage. Edge got injured a few months later, but he came back at Survivor Series to cost Taker a Hell in a Cell match against Batista, resuming their feud. Edge would recapture the world title in December, while Undertaker won SmackDown's Elimination Chamber at No Way Out 2008 to set up the main event of WrestleMania 24. They had a fantastic bout where Edge tried everything he could to end the streak. He nearly got the win after a spear, but Undertaker found a way to lock in the Hell's Gate submission to become the new champion. Their feud would continue after WrestleMania, with Edge's then-wife Vickie Guerrero, the SmackDown general manager, stripping Undertaker of the title after she made the Hell's Gate illegal. Undertaker went on a brief hiatus shortly thereafter, coming back in time for SummerSlam, where he took on the Rated R Superstar in a Hell in a Cell match. The match was unfairly hated at first due to bad timing, since it came a month after WWE became PG, and thus it lacked blood and the viciousness of previous ones. However, the wrestlers gave it their all and proved a Hell in a Cell match could still work under the restrictions of the Pig era. This is one of those matches that get better with time. Undertaker's very last reign as WWE Champion happened way back in 2002, with Big Evil beating the legendary Hulk Hogan for the gold at Judgment Day. While he had better runs with the title in the past, his best WWE title defense came during this reign, against The Rock and Kurt Angle in a triple threat match at Vengeance 2002. The three legends threw everything at each other and delivered one of the best triple threat matches of all time that night. Fans couldn't believe when they saw the three wrestlers stealing each other's finishers, with The Rock ultimately coming out on top. The Great One hit the rock bottom on Angle, with Undertaker making the save less than a second too late. An absolutely breathtaking matchup.